How is universe organized? Satnam, my name is Ita Karan. I am a Kundalini yoga teacher and a hypnotherapist. And today I want to discuss Eastern perspective on how the universe is organized. According to philosophy of Guru Nanak, according to Western science, we look at nature and the universe as a collection of laws of physics. We see the universe as being created, all energy is being created at the Big Bang, and from then on it's just growing or actually expanding into what's called entropy, so expanding further away until the whole universe will just kind of disappear and all pieces will be so far away there will be nothing. Complete entropy. Right? All the particles will be far away from one another. It's a very mechanical view of the universe, as if the universe was some kind of a clock that you set on, that was set on during the Big Bang, and from then on there is no control, no one can say anything about it. We don't know who set this up, who created it that way, or why, but it was done and everything just continues until it completely disappears. And some people like it because it kind of reminds them of some kind of a gothic, tragic story that we are all coming to an inevitable end. But this mechanical view of the world doesn't quite explain how come the universe and even human life and even all organic life can recover from all kinds of mistakes or misfortunes. Because they do happen, right? A comet comes and slashes through our gravitational field. A meteor hits the moon and cracks it. How do these objects and these planets get back into their orbits? How do they find their place again? Our life as well throws us surprise after surprise. How do we find our place back in it? The same is happening with animals, right? How does octopus know how to grow an arm? How do we even explain our own body being able to heal? If it was just set on mechanical laws, it would break and not be able to fix itself. Nothing. It would be just like, well, I'm done. You know? Life doesn't pause when a misfortune hits. It keeps on going. Where is that impetus to life? How do we get up to keep on going even though we experience the most tragic event in our life? How do we get up and keep going? How do we adjust our energy? We're going to turn the leaf and let's take a look at the Eastern perspective. What Guru Nanak is trying to say here is that he's drawing a picture that everything, the angels, masters, those that create our world, those that live in this world, to the lowest little being, everything listens, deeply listens for one another. Everything is self-aware and is, by listening, finding its own place. It's kind of like when you have an orchestra, right? And everybody has their notes. Everybody knows this is the music we are going to play today. The same way, everything has its own standards and its own programs. If we want to use the computer word, everything has its own encoding. But in order to play together in harmony and not create chaos, but instead beauty, everything has to listen to what something else is doing. In the same way, for us to fully express ourselves in our true potential and align ourselves with the way universe flows, with the way our world and our life flows, and how we flow with other people, we need to listen to them. And this means literally listening, right? Lots of times we live as if our life is the only one that is important, and we just create chaos in the world. We don't actually listen when someone is trying to give us a feedback, when they're asking for our help, when they are having hard time in some way. We don't pay attention to the groups we live in. The process of healing, whether it's in our human body or we see it in other animals, is a clear sign of this consciousness that exists within everything. And every moment, this power of creation is not somewhere far removed, but it's here, and everybody holds it, and everybody can direct it. I would even posit that everything has been given free will. It's not just humans. Everything. And the free will is what decides where the evolution will go. We all have our own limitations that we've been given by the evolution. We can, of course, get through them, but it takes time. But we also have a large window of possibilities between which we have to decide. I see the dogs make their own decisions. I see cats make their own decisions. Everybody is unique, and that's why life is so beautiful, because you never know what's going to happen next. How this particular live presentation will choose from its options. Which way will it go? What it will say. That's why life is so beautiful. And once a person dies or an animal dies, these options are gone. You don't know. Life is a surprise, is a journey through surprise, is wanting to know what is other person's perspective. How will they act in this situation? How will they respond to this situation? There is this conscious world that is coordinating with each other. All the aspects, all the dimensions, the third, the fifth, the sixth, the eighth, all the dimensions are coordinating. So if you want to become a master or a sage or a philosopher or genius, you go there through deep listening. This is just my pondering that this 8th pauri from Guru Nanak opened up for me. Let's read the English translation. Those who emerge in you, those who spiritually lead, angels, masters, deeply listen. The earth and what holds the earth and what surrounds the earth intercoordinate by deep listening. The continents, other realms, lower worlds work together by deep listening. Deeply listening, death cannot touch you. Nanak, those who surrender themselves in love to the divine continually blossom and bloom. Deeply listening, sorrows and errors depart. If you like this content, definitely give me like or comment about your thoughts. And then also go and check out my Patreon. We have daily sadhana, book club and book reviews, and we have weekly meditations and weekly classes. So Check it out. सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश। सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश। सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश। सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश। सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश। सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश। सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश। सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश। सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश। सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश। सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश। सुनिए सिद्ध पीर सुरनाथ, सुनिए दरत वालाकाश, सुनिए दीप लो पाताल, सुनिए पोय न सके काल, नानक पगड़ा सदा विगास, सुनिए दुख पाप का नाश।